Hello, my name is Marvelous Heights. I am doing my informative speech over the media technology affecting the presidential races. My audience is my family. They are right here.
Hi, I'm Cassandra Heights. I am guest audience from Ravel's Heights. I'm Christy Heights. I'm Ravel's assistant.
Lamar Randolph, brother-in-law.
Malaysia Heights sister. And Trevon, his nephew.
And my speech is practically over the presidential debate. I would have to say I definitely love media technology, and I think that it has a great effect on presidential debates from past tense and from nowadays. Um, During the past 70 years, an ongoing media revolution has transformed political communication in the United States. Not only has the media changed American minds, but it has also determined the winning candidate from presidential elections. Specifically, media technologies such as the radio, television, internet, magazines, games, and even texting have proved to be most useful during elections. Most importantly, this technology has affected the presidential races of FDR versus Hoover, John F. Kennedy versus Nixon, and President Barack Obama versus Senator McCain. Uh, for FDR versus Hoover, the 1932 election between the two was a turning point in the field of political campaign communications. According to Martin Carcasson, who was an assistant professor of communications, Hoover was the first incumbent president to go out on the stump and campaign actively for presidency. Uh, in doing so, he helped to make the campaign in 1932 one in which public speaking increased dramatically for that era. In contrast, Roosevelt used the radio, which had been used to a smaller extent in previous campaigns, but was not a major aspect of national campaigns. Proved by Carlson, the radio was present in more than 12 million homes by 1932, which benefited Roosevelt during the famous fireside chats. During his chats, he would soothe many Americans and their tensions during the time of war and economic depressions. He did that in a way that related his problems and his family's problems to the rest of to Americans' family's problems. And because of his success from the fireside chats on the radio, he victoriously won the election. The same goes for John F. Kennedy versus Nixon. The presidential election of 1960 was the closest in American history. Stated by Jonathan Schussler, an international aerospace director, many analysts suggest that decisive battle in the campaign was waged during the televised presidential debates. Kennedy, the Democrat, was extremely telegenic and comfortable before the camera. On the other hand, the Republican Nixon was very nervous and sweated heavily under the high lights. According to University of Texas, radio listeners of the first debate narrowly won Nixon a victory, while the larger television audience believed that Kennedy won by a large margin, a very large margin. When the votes were tallied in November, Kennedy earned 49.7% of the popular vote, compared to Nixon's 49.5%. Out of 68 million votes, Kennedy was up only by 100,000. Only by 100,000. That is the most smallest margin ever in American history. Because he looked more suitable than Nixon during the televised debates, John F. Kennedy narrowly won the election. In the same way as technology affected the other presidents, it did the same thing for President Barack Obama versus John McCain. Most recently, the two, President Barack Obama and Senator John McCain, both used advanced media technology during the 2008 presidential election. According to Gizmodo, McCain effectively used TV ads, mail, and internet during his campaign. He relied mostly on YouTube to act as an advertising weapon to get more Americans to vote for him. However, President Barack Obama used a wide range of media technologies. These included the radio, TV ads, the internet, the billboards on games, magazines, and even texting. Crazy, even texting. Researched by Ranjit Mathata, Obama's chairperson and business manager, President Barack Obama depended heavily on the internet and TV ads. On the internet, he developed a website that allows supporters to not only contribute money to help the campaign, but allow supporters to work as empowered organizers. In addition, having so much money from supporters contributing, he bought an efficient amount of time on TV ads, knowing that many Americans would be watching the debate during the election. As a result, President Barack Obama won with a landslide victory because he used the advanced media technology more effectively than John McCain. So, I mean, as you can see, as each presidential election arrives, the media continues to have, the media continues to evolve its technologies and the effect it has on American people, such as the effects of the radio during Franklin D. Roosevelt versus Hoover, the television during the debates of John F. Kennedy versus Nixon, and the internet during President Barack Obama versus Senator John McCain. So, think about this. Quoted from Jonathan Scuster. Will Americans finally start to stand on its own two feet and decipher things for themselves? Or will the media continue its stranglehold on public opinion?